Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and run a Docker image for ACL2, and I've got the command saved right here, so let me just bring it. Okay, so I'm running Docker with the -it flag so that it actually lets me run a terminal. And I'm putting in a volume. The current directory is going to be accessible. The current directory in the host will be accessible to the Docker image under the /project directory. And that's actually where I start the executable inside the Docker image, which is ACL2. And the image that I'm running is called Ruben Gamboa /ACL2R :latest-basic, which is actually a pretty big image. So I run this, and the first thing that it's going to do is it's going to download a million files. Okay, maybe not that many, but it is going to download quite a few files. Like I said, this is a very large image. It's got Ubuntu Linux, and it's got ACL2, which is a large package, and there's a lot in there that is grabbing. So here it comes. All right, so it finished, and it brings up and it starts ACL2. So ACL2 is a specialized language, but just so you know that it's running, you can type parentheses plus 3, 5, and that tells it to add 3 and 5, and we get the answer 8, which is very good. Okay, now I'm going to start a new tab here, and I want to be in that directory where I was, so let me head over there. Okay, so let me just create a simple file. I'm going to use the editor VI. This is on the host machine. On a Windows box, you could use Notepad++ or any kind of programmer's editor, and I'm sure our machines have a programmer's editor. If not, they should, like Atom or Sublime or something. But anyway, let me go ahead and edit a quick Lisp file here. We'll call it foo.lisp, and I'll just put in here something like plus 410. Okay, so that's just a Lisp expression that it should be able to execute. Okay, so let me save that. I'll go back to the other system, and now I can type ld double quote foo.lisp and hit return, and it executed it, and you see that it's at 14, which is correct. So it was actually able to access a file on the host system, and that's it, right? So now when I hit Control D, it's done, right? And the system is finished. Okay, there is a cleanup that perhaps should happen. So if I do a Docker image ls, you see that I got some files out here. The majority of them, everything here, all of these are actually just part of a Kubernetes cluster that I have running. This is the only one that's actually based on what I just installed. Okay, but you know, it does take up some room. In this case, it's 1 gig. That can actually be removed, and you can run the image Docker with a flag that says remove it at the end. So that might be what I give to students, so that they don't have a big amount of space. This is also the place where we might have to figure out where do these images go, and that's something we may want to do before we install it. Anyway, that's it. So let me know if this makes sense.